Everest, the adventure drama about the expedition crew that climbs up Mount Everest. Initial thoughts on Everest, Chris?
It was excellent. Tons of actors in this movie. Jason Clarke was excellent in this movie.
Yeah.
Jason Clarke is the man who was the Terminator in Terminator Genesis. That movie was Of course, Josh Brolin plays a Texan.
Yeah, Sam Worthington was in it, but
Sam
he wasn't.
Worthington.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Like, he was in the movie, but he really
It's
wasn't.
because he was busy filming Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar 2, 3,
He
4,
went
5,
from
6.
He went from the top of the world to the bottom of the ocean.
Jake Gyllenhaal's in the movie.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal's in the movie.
And he's pretty cool. I think he's probably the coolest guy in the movie. He carries himself very well.
He's hilarious.
A bit underutilized.
Underutilized like a motherfucker.
Yes. And the trailer makes it seem like the movie's very bombastic, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of action and stuff tumbling and people flying. But it's not really like that. The first probably 3/4 of the movie is build up. They do make it seem like they are climbing this mountain. I mean, it's obvious that they're not climbing Mount Everest. The crew.
Wait, they didn't climb Mount Everest?
Shit, I ruined that for him.
Shit.
There is one part in the movie we both
It's
mentioned
stuck out like a sore thumb.
where you can tell it's a set.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It was like you could just tell that it was
Yeah.
just fake rocks and.
But other than that,
And
it
fake
looks
snow.
it looks really good. And
There's just some disgusting parts in the movie.
there are deaths, obviously.
Yeah.
You can tell just by watching the trailer. And the way they handle it is kind of like how they handle deaths in The Wire or Game of Thrones, where it just happens and that's that.
It was awesome in IMAX 3D.
Yeah, we watched it in IMAX 3D.
It was visually amazing.
And it added to the movie. There was especially one shot where it's a sweeping, like from a helicopter shot, and it shows this rope bridge, and the IMAX 3D made it just look amazing. There was a depth to it, and the people were walking across it, and it just looked awesome. It was very awe-inspiring. It does get hard, or at least for me, it did, to follow and keep track where everybody was in the movie.
It bounces around a lot.
It bounces around, and people have
their
they have their masks up and they have their goggles on and stuff, and it gets hard to keep track. But I will say, they do a pretty good job with the reflections on eyewear.
Yeah,
You never see
I
crew.
noticed that. Yeah, like they're wearing aviators and stuff, and you can clearly see the other person reflecting in the aviator, but you can't see like
You can't see
they
crew.
edited it. Yeah, you
It's
can't
pretty
see any
cool.
cameraman or anything. It's pretty awesome.
They didn't just leave
I noticed that when we were watching the movie too. Characters do not get developed whatsoever.
Not really.
Not really.
There is setup like with a couple of characters for obvious emotional impact.
Yeah,
But that's what it's there for.
When I was writing my list of things, the pros and cons of this movie, I wrote sense of dread.
Sense of dread.
Kinda.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I wrote sense of dread when I first watched the movie. I
There's an
texted
overbearing
myself.
There's an overbearing sense of dread that starts towards the beginning of the movie, and then you can feel it coming, and then there's a turning point in the movie where it just takes over the entire screen, and there's just it's a sickening sense of dread.
Yeah.
And desperation.
Yeah.
And a little bit of hope.
Nobody drinks their own piss.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, Bear Grylls was not their tour guide.
And the camera pans over, and there's a fucking
Just
highway.
We got a patch. It's a little Everest patch, and it says, well, it's not focusing, but it says Regal IMAX.
Yeah, they
it's
give
like
it
an
away.
actual like patch you can sew onto something. It's got a duck. Look,
So for the ratings, what are you gonna give?
I'm giving it a
Everest?
79.
79 for him. For
Solid
Everest?
79.
I'm gonna give the movie a 76. That means the average would be a 78 for Everest.
78.
78%.
Everest gets a 78. That is that.
And that's that for our Everest review.
Everest.
Yep, that's it.